Welcome golfers! Introducing two CaddyTalk Rangefinder equipped with Caddy Mode. Caddy Mode incorporates technology protected under Korean patent number 102579222. First, let's take a quick look at a short video demonstrating how Caddy Mode works on an actual course.
You can put the cube in Caddy Mode. You can get your number without even standing by the golf ball. So I know that my golf ball is 50 yards away, but I can laser the golf ball and then the target and know that I have 139 yards from that golf ball to the flag. And I can trust it, choose my club with confidence, and go hit it.
Let's explore in detail what this convenient feature is, how it works, and the patented technology behind it.
Caddy Mode is based on Triangulation Technology. Instead of measuring from right next to the ball, users begin measurement from a third-party location. You start by measuring a first target, such as the ball, then a second target, like the flag. At this point, the distances to each target and the direction angles are collected. Using these direction angles, the internal angle theta is calculated, and trigonometric calculations are then used to determine the distance between the two targets. Here's the most important part. When calculating the distance between two targets, another patented technology from CaddyTalk is applied: magic slope. A straight line distance between 2 points, like in a land survey, is meaningless to golfers. Caddy Mode doesn't just measure elevation difference, it provides a slope-adjusted distance that accounts for various variables between the two targets. Magic slope considers elevation change, ball trajectory, carry distance, run distance based on backspin, and even landing angle changes due to slope. And with environmental slope, it further adjusts for temperature, humidity, and altitude, giving you the most accurate distance possible. Caddy Mode shines, especially in second shot situations. You don't need to walk all the way to your ball in the middle of the fairway. From the cart path, just measure the distance from your ball to the flag. Grab the right club and get ready for your shot. Even if the cart reaches the ball, what if you're facing a blind shot, like a dogleg hole or a tree blocking the view? Most rangefinders can't get a reading when they can't see the flag directly. But with Caddy Mode, that's no longer a problem. No matter where your ball is, don't worry.
Caddy Mode calculates both distance and strategy for you. Caddy Mode provides accurate triangulation. With magic slope and environmental slope, you get precise distance correction. Exclusive CaddyTalk technology powers your perfect shot. Welcome golfers! What you are seeing right now is CaddyTalk WINDY.
Did you know this compact rangefinder is filled with patented technology? Today, we'll take a closer look at one of its most impressive features, wind slope.
It provides recommended distances that factor in the wind. The wind is blowing right now, but why does that matter? And how is that even possible? Let's find out.
Every golfer has asked this question: how much power do I need here? Golf courses aren't flat, and your target may be uphill or downhill. That's why golfers rely on rangefinders to get accurate distance and make better decisions. But what happens when there's a strong headwind? If you hit based solely on a standard rangefinder, your shot could come up short. Because those devices don't take the wind into account. Wind Slope from CaddyTalk WINDY offers a smart solution to this challenge. It starts with wind measurement. Using 3 high-sensitivity internal sensors, it accurately detects both wind speed and direction, regardless of where it's coming from. In just 2 seconds, it gathers 200 data points. Then, it filters out inconsistent results using standard deviation, providing a highly reliable wind measurement. Once wind is measured, the sensor retracts, and the viewfinder displays a moving icon for wind direction with wind speed shown below. When you measure distance, you'll see two numbers, one for slope-adjusted distance and another that includes wind effects. In just 0.3 to 0.5 seconds, the device combines data from patented technologies like Magic Slope 2 or environmental slope with wind data using mathematical modeling, all of it processed in under a second. Wind slope also factors in how wind affects the ball's airtime, its flight path, and even where it lands, providing a final distance recommendation that truly reflects the conditions. And the stronger the wind, the more precisely the correction factor is adjusted, ensuring even greater accuracy. Let's look at a real-world example. Say your target is 186 yards away with a -7 degrees downhill slope. Using Magic Slope 2, which factors in elevation, trajectory, and rollout, the adjusted distance without wind is 164 yards. If there's no wind, that's the perfect distance to hit. But if you hit a full 186, you're going long. Anyway, thanks to CaddyTalk's Magic Slope 2 correction, we got the right distance, 164 yards. But what if there's a headwind? Will 164 yards still be enough? If there's a headwind of 3 meters per second, or about 6.7 miles per hour, wind slope recommends 173 yards instead. Since the wind is pushing against your shot, you'll need to hit farther than the slope-only distance. Wind slope gives you that exact adjustment.
As we've seen, wind slope isn't just a wind detector. It is a true companion that tells you exactly where your ball needs to go, even in the wind.
With CaddyTalk Windy, wind is no longer an obstacle. Better shots begin with better technology.
This compact rangefinder provides an adjusted distances that reflects the golf environment, temperature, humidity, and altitude. Factors we often overlook that actually have a significant impact.
You've probably had a few rounds where you swung like usual, but the ball traveled farther or came up short. If your swing felt the same, but the distance didn't match, the issue might be the round's environment. Have you ever played on a day that was hotter or colder than usual? On very hot days, you can swing exactly the same but gain more distance. On very cold days, the opposite happens. You lose distance. That's because changes in air density affect the ball's air resistance. When the weather is hot, air density decreases, reducing the air resistance on the ball and ultimately increasing the distance. Air density becomes lower when temperature and humidity are higher, or when you're on a golf course at higher altitude, which means the ball will travel farther. You might ask, humidity too? Doesn't that sticky air make the ball fly less? The answer is definitely number. Higher humidity actually decreases the average molecular weight of air, lowering air density. This is an officially recognized fact by the US Weather Service, aerodynamics textbooks, NASA, and many golf fitting experts. Humidity alone might not create a dramatic distance change, but when combined with temperature, it has a significant effect. Temperature alone can increase ball distance by 2-3 yards for every 10 degrees Celsius rise. These critical factors, temperature, humidity, and altitude, can't be precisely known just by human senses. And it's almost impossible to tell just how much these factors are affecting your distance. CaddyTalk's patented environmental slope solves this problem with sensor chipsets and algorithmic calculations. The sensors measure temperature directly, analyze water vapor in the air, and use air pressure to determine altitude. Based on the measured temperature, humidity, and altitude data, the internal algorithm combines air density and gravity factors, ball flight time, launch angle, landing angle, carry distance, and ballistic formulas to calculate the final adjusted distance, taking environmental conditions into account. Another of CaddyTalk's patents, Magic Slope, goes beyond the simple slope corrections offered by typical rangefinders, factoring in not just trajectory and carry distance, but also run distance affected by backspin and landing angle changes caused by slopes. With the addition of the environmental slope patent, previously overlooked environmental factors, temperature, humidity, and altitude, are now precisely reflected, delivering an adjusted distance much closer to real-world conditions. So what happens when accuracy meets even greater accuracy? Let's take a look. If the straight line distance to the target is 186 yard with a downhill slope of -8 degrees, the adjusted distance calculated by Magic Slope is 161.4 yard. If the course environment is fairly standard, you'll have a reliable guide for your shot. But what if you're playing in a relatively high-altitude golf course at 3,000 feet? In hot and humid weather, with a temperature of 30 degrees Celsius and humidity around 48%. Would simply hitting the distance given by Magic Slope 2 be enough? As you might have guessed, the answer is no. The adjusted distance calculated by environmental slope, which precisely reflects temperature, humidity, and altitude, is 151 yard. That's no small difference.
Building on the accuracy of Magic Slope, CaddyTalk's environmental slope now also includes environmental measurements. This advanced accuracy is made possible by our patented environmental slope technology, which is typically found in high-end devices, delivering even more precisely adjusted distances. Make your shots more accurate with CaddyTalk's patented rangefinder technology.